remembering those.
Oh,
and around
Sammy
goes the
Smith.
18 into the inside wall. Caution comes out.
Hang on to it.
Sammy Smith, one of the young drivers here in the Xfinity Series, just 18 there, and the AMR safety team immediately to him.
I've seen that so many times. I've been in that situation so many times. You're coming around the corner, and even with him talking about his car being loose, you just never feel like you'd ever spin out. And once the car starts going, it's hard to save it.
Take another look at it right here. Watch this. Oh, yeah. Big dent in front of that tire. I believe that 21 is going to have to come down pit road.
Big push coming right here from Alfredo.
Oh, the two spinning.
Two slides down the backstretch to the inside. And he's going to stay off of the wall. We stay green. He keeps stage points in stage 1. Looked like he was going to gain more in stage 2. Flag in stage 2.
Assuming the 98 will stay with us. Try and chuck the 54.
Oh, the 98's got a problem. Flat tire. He's spinning out.
Sliding through the grass at over 185 miles an hour. Caution comes out.
Looked like the left rear tire went down, Rick.
Wide-eyed Riley.
Some movement back and forth. I thought they was just being pushed by the 26, but then he pulls out of line, does a nice job of, you don't want to lose control, but if you're going to go anywhere, the grass is the safest place instead of up in traffic. Took a nice long slide. Luckily, nothing dug in. As Dale pointed out, a lot of rain. You see the water spraying off that wet grass. And this is the scariest part. When you go over those access roads, sometimes you could see them kind of hop up in the air and land on the other side. I mean, really, I don't see much damage at all to this car. Right there could have been bad.
Yeah, the splitter digging into the ground right there. That splitter is my biggest concern, too. I think that's what she's going to remark about Steve when he goes to happen. Watch his eyes, too. Look how big his eyes get.
Oh, you hear it. You heard the tire come apart.
And here.
The grass flying around in there. It's crazy what happens.
So he knew something was going on. His hands started moving.
So the two's going to shoot back across the racetrack here. Right in front of traffic. Big contact.
Joe Graff Jr. in the 07 hit him.
Look at how far in it's pushed the door bars
on the two-car.
Roof. Watch. That is just a hard impact on that right side. And Creed knows, oh, this isn't going to be good. Boom, look at that roof.
Look how it pulled the car apart. Like the rear end sort of trying to go out the back end of the car. Just violent.
And Sheldon had a really good race going. Had a good opportunity. Watch this right here. Got good stage points in the first part of the race. Look at the right side of that car.
To the day today. So excited to be able to carry that,
16.
and such an honor. So reckon.
16 around, the 7 tucked in behind him. And they continue to spin. The caution comes out. They're going to slide back in front of the field.
16's loose right there through the travel. He's getting pushed. Everybody's pushing, right? It's not any one person's fault. You can see all of them getting turned around off the nose of each other coming down here through the front straightaway.
Myatt Snyder also involved in the 31.
A lot of banking is not a lot of force. So right here, just see that car wiggling around, the 7 in the back of him, and around they go. And look at all the potential winners involved in this.
Oh, Anthony wanted to go to the bottom, but he knew it wasn't clear of Hemrick.
And all this behind, look at the, what is that? That's the 10 car in the wall.
He's got a right tire flat.
And
they're
wrecking.
wrecking.
The 11 of Hemrick goes around. They wreck. Brandon Jones also involved. Blaine Perkins in the 02.
Everybody's wrecking. Man. There were like 3 different wrecks right there in that whole series on the front straightaway.
In the 08, you see damage to the 7 of Allgaier.
First or what?
Yes, he got into the back of the 14.
He's loose right there.
Yeah.
He got sideways before Jeb got there. These cars are a handful, man. They're so surprised at the balance and the slick conditions.
But this is just the start of it, to your point, Junior, because now you see the smoke. There was like 3 wrecks, right?
There's a wreck.
Yeah, my goodness. What? So it starts there, the 27.
Wood. Saw Sage Karam in the 44.
Watch these cars coming down pit road. Trying to miss the wreck. The rule is you can go down pit road, and there's a car coming onto pit road having problems. They're having to split him.
He's tracked to try to get in front of the 23. Now comes back down. A little bit of contact there in the left rear. Noah's on the inside.
You know, at that point, I mean, there's nothing really Noah can do, right? He can't lift. He's wide open. He's on the double yellow line. I think you're
Caught up in this. Riley Herbst.
That's a big deal. Now the Haley in the middle.
Oh!
Contact
Brandon
that
Brown
wreck.
into the wall. The 14 goes around as well. Ty Gibbs also. The big one happening again. The caution comes out.
Stay with.
Yeah, I feel like that started with the 98 of Riley Herbst trying to push.
Body left.
Ryan Sieg stuck in the grass. There's Myatt Snyder again in the 31. This time, Josh Williams.
Everybody's pushing each other on the outside lane right there. Just we'll get another shot, but I just feel like that 98 car who was in that previous wreck, and he was started up toward the front, just seemed like a lot of pushing going on.
So this is his back bumper,
Inside 39.
and he's being pushed
Keep that pusher there.
by Stenhouse.
Tell the guy you're pushing here. Push him along.
Actually,
3 wide
when the
here, 3
contact's
wide.
happening,
Reckon.
there's about a half a foot between Stenhouse when he gets pushed.
When Justin Haley got hooked in the right rear, fortunately, he didn't have a big impact. A lot of times the car gets hooked in the right rear like that, it turns you immediately head on in the wall.
I mean, I think it wrecked every car from 3rd to 15th.
Oh, my goodness. See right here, that push right there, and that started it.
And we've seen that push all night long, not start wrecks. But late in this race, maybe they're just a little harder. And you can't be moving from left to right when you make
Well,
contact.
it just gets, you got to kind of keep up with the steering wheel. We see this. Pushing is required to be successful. It just is, but everything's not just right.
Chase Elliott around the outside. Kind of flip-flop from what we saw earlier. Oh, 43.
And around
Everybody's
goes the
spinning out.
11. The 20 also around. Ryan Blaney caught up in this in the 12.
Right here. They're wrecking.
Truex
Yeah,
trying
that's
to work.
huge.
Nothing's gonna
Truex
hit you here.
barely working his way through there.
Did Blaney get damage here? Yes.
Oh, yes.
Damage to the 12 of Ryan.
Levicar's pushing the 43, just gets him loose. And Denny gets very loose. Just chaos behind him. Guys trying to check up. And when you check up, you get ran into.
Second up. Stay up high. Go around it.
Wow.
All right,
Truex drives all through this. Look at the 19 there on the right side of the screen. He works his way through all of this, I believe, without any issues.
Junior, he believes only flat spotting the tires, only tire damage on the 19.
Again, the
good-
two drivers fighting for points, Ryan Blaney, Martin Truex Jr., and Blaney with damage to his car.
But then we got to remember, though, that with Blaney came in with a 25-point lead, so now Truex still has to find those points. This will be a great view. Let's take a look from Blaney's seat.
Really appreciate that. Yes, 10-4, still in a good spot here. Still pushing in front. Still pushing in front. Still tight. Check up.
You know,
Come
Rick,
low,
I
come
think it
low,
goes
low,
back to
come
what
up,
you
come down,
mentioned with the
come down,
handling
high.
issues with the 43 when he was out
Walk
front
it
of the
down, walk
top
it down.
lane, guys.
Walk it down, walk it
I
down.
thought Danny kind of pushed him loose, but right now we're bored with Blaney. It seems like they all stack up. I don't know if the 43 had a handling issue and just had to breathe it, and Denny was just too close and they all couldn't react, or if it was a push that turned him sideways, but it definitely started with some sort of stack up in the bottom lane.
We kind of saw some similar things in a
saw
Daytona
them
500.
get rid of that Ford of Michael McDowell, the two
Oh,
he's fun.
Here's the big wreck right here.
Middle
The
wrecking
34
here. Stay where
catches
you are.
the
Stay where
7.
you are.
The 19's
Stay
in
where
it.
you are.
Let's see if 19 gets any big damage right here so far. Doesn't look like any big hits. Oh, right front.
Yeah, the right front fender torn off. And so the caution comes out with 59 laps to go.
You heard Truex. He said it. We shouldn't have been up there.
Reddick just clipping the back bumper of McDowell, turns him into the outside wall.
It was Ross Chastain in the one that was right behind the 19. You'll see it right here as the C's kind of part, and it becomes 3 wide.
Yeah, it's Daytona. It's that whole debate we just had, this whole wreck we just had, it is Daytona. It's what the situation you get put into.
You see Chase Elliott doing just a nice job slowing down, luckily not getting run over from behind. Unfortunately for McDowell, that is going to hurt.
You know, oh, look at Corey LaJoie. Yeah, Corey's always runs well. I don't know how much damage is though that car.
Happened there, right here. Watch this right front fender. Boom.
Boom.
That's wild.
So Steve,
I was wondering where the fender came off. That's crazy.
So Steve, the great thing for Martin Truex Jr. is he said the steering's fine.
Yeah.
So right now that means they've got body damage, and if he can get himself, if the steering is.
Oh, he can't get that pushed.
Oh, into the wall he goes. And they'll collect more cars behind. The 14 stays on the ground.
Brake, hold the brake, hold the brake.
You can see it happening as he was coming around. Bubba Wallace with contact right there. Watching those guys go around turn 3 and 4. The 14's driving up the racetrack. He is sideways. He's loose. And he's lifting off the gas. The 48 is waiting right in the left rear quarter panel. It finally spins the 14 track. Right in the left rear quarter panel goes the 48. The 48 wants to push him, but he needs to push him in the right side. But the 14's driving up the track loose, and that offsets him the wrong way.
And that 14 car was working its way to upside down.
Yep.
Let's take another look at this right here. Watch when this thing gets backwards. It turns around, and it climbs a long ways off the ground before it comes back down. My goodness. That thing that's scary because, listen, tipping over is bad enough, but then flipping into the grass and into traffic, you know, we've seen other cars. This will be a great onboard. Let's take a look. Onboard of Bubba Wallace.
Down. Keep coming straight down pit road. All right.
Yeah, that's how quick things happen here at Daytona. Think about this. We talk about avoiding.
On this 3-car backwards on board with Austin Dillon. See how he gets turned around.
Stay middle here. Stay top.
Oh, man.
The middle.
And
Keep
right
coming.
here,
Down pit
so
road. Down pit
thankful
road.
he's straight down pit road. Doesn't get to that
Off the
pit wall at all. Man, that is just scary. This is one track. Normally pit lane is a long ways away, but the entrance of pit road and down to pit stall
And aggressive blocking from Justin Haley now. Oh, and around goes to 43. He collects the 22.
My goodness.
And the caution will come out again. Is on the inside. Hamlin on the outside.
Haley on that outside line, top of 3. He's got some help with him.
Oh, my God.
Oh, into the wall they go. The 11 now also caught up in it.
The whole
Haley. The 3 of Austin Dillon squeezes through. He is in front. Virtually the only car to clear it.
Unbelievable.
On the apron.
Unbelievable.
Still 3 bottom. Stay bottom. Keep coming. Way bottom. Easy. Bottom.
Nice.
Good. Keep coming. Roll.
Camera's pretty clear. Let's watch this right here. The 17 of Buescher trying to go into the middle there on the 31, on the 16. Oh, the 99 just loses it. Denny wrecks.
Well, the 31 just lost it too by himself in that top lane.
I wonder if it was rain.
Well, yeah, I mean, both leaders are in clean air, and they both catch their car. That tells me that there's something down there that's reducing grip.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, guys, there were a lot of drivers saying, hey, it's raining. Why are we racing right now? And that could have been the result of what happened there.
Watch this 31, right? Watch him. He's a clear indicator. Inside lane, very top. All right, as they roll through here, see right there? He's sideways.
Yeah.
The 11 sideways.
The track is wet. Parker.
And Jeff, exactly. His spotter was telling him it's raining, and then after that all went down, Justin Haley came on the radio and said it was raining. So, of course, there was no grip down there.
The 3 with 16th going into that wreck. Now, that makes sense, Dale, because all 3 cars, the first car bottom, first car middle, first car top, you see the rain falling. They all go down in the corner, and all 3 lose grip. They're the first ones in there. And we don't know if these guys have grip. The 47 has no grip because he's 7 feet in the air. And the 3 gets to the apron.
And it's such a, it's such a tough call. I mean, you can't tell it's raining down there. We're right here next to the NASCAR tower. I know they have spotters out there, but obviously it came really quick.
Down, mid. Down. Rolling inside.
Like, look at this right here. I mean, so
Yeah,
Dale,
full
you and
front of the
I,
field.
the first replay, we were like, we don't know what possibly happened. And look at the three at the bottom, that greenish, tealish, and black car sneaking through.
It was the whole front of the field.
Pouring rain. It's just it happens so fast. Everything's fine.